Abby, thanks. Well, military training has long been a part of Notre Dame's tradition. That's evidenced by the motto, God, Country, and Notre Dame, which is carved on the east side of the basilica to honor the men of the university who lost their lives during World War I. But bringing it back to the present day, we're joined by the 60-member Army ROTC battalion during their regular physical training, but taking a break from it all, our senior Peter, Nolan, freshman Mary Ninneman. Both of you, good morning. But before we begin, thank you so much for serving our country.
Thank you.
All right, so Peter, starting off with you, you guys call yourselves the Fightin' Irish Battalion, but give us a kind of a lowdown of some of the events that you've conducted this year.
Well, we start off every year with new cadet orientation, and that's basically just to get all the new cadets, mostly freshmen, familiarized with the Army, with the program, and to build a sense of camaraderie and teamwork within their class. We also run a Veterans Day ceremony in the fall, in November. It's a big ceremony that culminates a 24-hour vigil over at the Clark War Memorial Fountain. And in the spring we have Army Ball, which, besides being fun, is a great way for cadets to learn how to conduct themselves in a formal military ball setting.
Sounds like you guys are always staying busy. So Mary, give us an idea of what are some of the requirements that go into being part of ROTC?
Well, at least freshman year, we have a 1-credit course, and then twice a week there are PT sessions just like this. And then every Wednesday there is lab in class for all of the classes, and we all work together and are formed in like squads in that way. And then after your 4 years in Army ROTC, you have an 8-year service obligation after. So that's just kind of some of the commitments that are involved.
Now, speaking of service, Peter, you are the commander of the Fightin' Irish Battalion, but beyond that, you are a distinguished military graduate from what I understand ranked among the top 10% of all cadets nationwide. Pretty impressive, everybody. So what do you plan to do with your military career after graduation?
Well, I'm commissioning as an infantry officer in about 20 days, so after that, in June, I'm going off to Fort Benning to start infantry basic officer leader course, followed by whatever schools I can get my hands on, Ranger School, Airborne School, hopefully. And then I'm off to my first unit at Fort Stewart, Georgia, with the 3rd Infantry Division.
All right, so enjoying these next 20 days,
Yes,
huh?
yes.
All right, and Mary, equally impressive. You're not only a 3rd-generation Domer, but she's also a 3rd-generation Army ROTC cadet. Tell us about the deep ROTC roots in your family.
Well, growing up in my house, service and tradition were always a deep part of what my family taught. My parents, along with several of my aunts and uncles, grandparents.
Yeah.
The motto, God, Country, Notre Dame, that you talked about earlier, really took a whole different meaning as far as selfless service goes. And just growing up around that, it's hard not to be inclined to serve or join Army ROTC, just growing up around such inspirational people. My mom is still in the military, so it's just things like that
That's awesome.
are inspirational.
Both of you, thank you so much for joining us this morning, guys. Mary and Peter, both of you, I guess you getting back to work now, huh?
Yeah,
All right.
So.
All right, well, have a great day and good luck with final exams.
Thank you. You too,
All right,
Mary.
sending it back to you in the studio, Brandon.